This video is sponsored by PCBWay. More of them in a minute. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I got this PlayStation 2 Slim. Not really pretty and in really bad shape, but I'm gonna see if I can take care of it today. I bought this really cheap in a Facebook auction, I think around 6 or 7 euros a couple months ago. It was so cheap, of course, because the seller says she doesn't read any games. I can see some corrosion on the rear ports right here. I hope that's nothing too major on the interior too. So my plan today is open it up and see if I can adjust the lens and fix it. If so, good. If not, I'm not gonna spend any money on it. I will just use OPL and play games via USB. Other than that, of course, I'm gonna give it a new face too. So, as always, have a seat, relax, enjoy me in another project. Stick around. As I said earlier, the first thing I will tackle is the lens. I will quickly disassemble and try adjust the laser and see if I can make this PlayStation 2 with games again. Fingers crossed. And as you can see, this is the two bolts for the laser adjustment. I will turn them just a little bit clockwise and try it. I have been lucky in other consoles, so maybe this one will work too. I know the best and the right way is check the values with the multimeter, but I will just do it by eye. After the adjustment, I will also clean the lens with isopropyl alcohol and then I can test the console to see if there is any difference. And, well, so far so good. Looks like the adjustment or the cleaning do the job. I will do some testing off camera, but I think we have a winner. Nice. Let's move on. Now we can disassemble all back again and start the beauty treatment. So just a little tip for you if you are making a project like this, or just leave this ribbon cable glued in its place like so, or take the risk and with some heat and very careful just remove it. Most of the problems people have it read games after disassemble these consoles are caused by this ribbon cable. This is really fragile. So as you can see here, in my case I use my heat gun from my soldering station at the very low temp, just to heat a little bit the glue, a couple seconds, controlling the temperature with my finger to avoid melt the ribbon of course, and then you can pull very careful and you should be good. And finally, we have the console fully disassembly. Now it's time to start think about some customizations. I have the color in mind already, but I want to try some windows too. I want to cut some windows to see the interior of this console. So I make a little draw on the computer just to see how it looks, and I kinda like it. So let's move on. And after quite some time, I got both cuts done. Not perfect, but came out really good. The bottom one came out slightly larger than the top, but that's not a big deal. Then it's time to take care of the windows. As always, I try and make things affordable and easy to people get hands on. So again, I will use this broken LCD from my previous project. And this is the layer I will use. It's a kind of acrylic, it's thin, flexible, perfect for the job. But then a light came into my brain and tell me to test the gaps between the plastic and the parts after the reassembly. So I have a similar PlayStation 2 Slim destroyed, and I removed the motherboard and quick fitted into this case, and as you can see there's no way to fit the extra millimeters to the acrylic inside the case. Okay, in theory we can force it a little bit to fit it, but the plastic will be in stress and kinda bent, so I need to find another solution. So, as I do on the Xbox original green project, I will use this hard plastic. It's way thinner than the acrylic, but it still has some hardness, so as the windows are still small, I think it will work just fine, and is still a cheap solution. The plastics have some light marks that I will try clean and polish, but it is my only option for now, so I will stick with it. And there we have the both pieces already cutted, and I think it will work and look just fine. Next, I sand all the remaining plastics and finish all the cutted parts, and also sand the interior shields. And now we can finally move on to the paint process. For the paint, I choose the neon orange, but yeah, as you may notice by the thumbnail, orange will not prevail. So I lost some of the footage here from the sanding process, as you can see, but what happened here is even after 4 coats, this paint simply won't cover the black. I know the best way is always use primary, of course, but I used this paint before on the Xbox 360 project, and I covered the total of the console almost in just one pass. I think it's the price we pay when we choose cheap and crappy paints. As I was saying, I lost some of the footage, but basically what I've done now is sand the console, as you can see, and now it turns in blue. Yes, I painted it blue. I have some quality blue in stock, so I use it instead of buying more paints. I also cover the metal shields with anti-rust paint and some black paint on top of it. As for the plastics, of course now they never gonna be 100% perfect after too many coats and sanding process, but they turn out well. If I like it, not my favorite for sure, but it is what it is, and now I just want to finish this one and move on to the next project. Just before we continue this video, let me talk you about today's sponsor, PCBWay. PCBWay is the world leader on PCB manufacturing. Here on PCBWay you can get PCBs starting at just $5. Along with their well-known PCB manufacturing quality, they also have an amazing 3D printing services and also CNC services. And in every services you can submit your design on PCBWay.com and get instant quotes so you can easily decide what to do or quote your clients too. So visit PCBWay.com to find out more. But for now, it's time to clean the rest of the internal components. With the clean done, let's glue the new windows and finally start reassemble this console again. Oh, and just before we move on, I remember that I have this little black trim to tackle. I'd like to maintain it black gloss to contrast with the blue, but I need to do something about the scratches. So I remember, why not polish it? Perfect? Of course not, but I'm quite happy with the final results, so let's move on. I totally forgot to put the spring on the top lid, but I go back some steps and install it. Now all I have to do is glue this original sticker and this project is done.
Esquerda 5, corta. Para direita 4. Pela direita, lomba 80. Água, esquerda 3. Pela direita, lomba. Cuidado, revida de fora. Esquerda 5, longa. Lomba 60. Travão de mão, gancho à esquerda. 150. Gancho à direita. 150. Lomba. Para esquerda 5, curta. Direita 5. E travão de mão. Gancho à esquerda.
So, this is it. A PlayStation 2 Slim, now restored and with a new look. What is my thoughts? Not what I imagined and not for sure my favorite work so far. I have imagined orange. Although the blue kinda looks okay, but I really don't like it so much. But it's done and no way back. As far for the two cuts, it's look really cool, so in fact overall it's not a bad project. But it's time to move on for the next one. So, I hope you enjoy another project. If you want to see more, please consider subscribe, leave a like, comment and also share this video. As always, thanks for watching, see you in the next one.